Bill Anderson, you're chasing a story that when I first heard of it, it's like your head's going to explode.
Yeah, Jersey City's Daisha Simmons played basketball for the last 3 years at the University of Alabama. After finishing her undergrad degree early, she decided that she wanted to come back, transfer to Seton Hall to be closer to her family. Her brother is very sick. He's waiting for a kidney transplant. And her mother is actually working 2 jobs and also trying to care for her brother. So she wanted to come home to help out. It sounds like a young lady with her priorities all in order. So NCAA rules allow Alabama to block her from playing for a year after she transfers. I went to Seton Hall, went through practice, met all the players, and although Daisha is a standout basketball player, she said the reason that she transferred had nothing to do with that. It's 2 things. Her family needs her, and she also wants to pursue her MBA.
You know, I really didn't think about it basketball-wise or anything like that. I mean, it was tough because I have a close relationship with a lot of the girls and a lot of the people that's still working there, but I had to think about myself and my family.
So the University of Alabama has maintained publicly that Daisha transferring left the basketball team in a bad position, trying to figure out how they would fill out the rest of the team. And that seems to be why they're punishing Daisha right now. She told me, though, that even though that's what they're saying now, things had gotten a little ugly at Alabama even before that.
You know, one of the coaches made a comment about, you know, what do you need to get your master's for? You're not going to use it.
Daisha could sit out for a year and then play next year at Seton Hall, but she said that that kind of defeats the purpose of trying to get finished with your education and start to contribute to your family's economics as quickly as possible. Alabama issued a statement on Monday saying that as far as they're concerned, this issue is closed. They are not going to reconsider it. Meanwhile, Daisha, who I met, very uncomfortable with the spotlight, says she wishes that it didn't have to come to this.
I mean, it's a little overwhelming, especially for somebody who's like really reserved, but you know, they let it get to this point. We didn't have to get to this point. All you had to do was be supportive and move on.
Meanwhile, the hypocrisy at Alabama is reprehensible. Their quarterback is a transfer from another school that was allowed to play, but it's almost the same situation. So
right.
I don't know how to justify that.
And competing for playing time and was allowed to play because the other school signed off on the transfer.
Bill, you asked how does Alabama justify bringing in that football player? It's all about one thing, and it's usually always about this. It's about money. Alabama football, big money. They wanted that player. They got that player. They negotiated so that he could play the year he came to that school.
But this seems vindictive. I mean, this is not, they've already lost her because she did the right thing. As you said, her priorities are right spot on. And Alabama ought to be ashamed of themselves.